morning, good afternoon, and good evening, park guest. It is I, Brooding Gamer, your park manager, here to show you guys another, well, not really an unboxing, but to show off something I recently acquired. I finally found, after several attempts, the large Carnotaurus from Disney's Dinosaur. I have been wanting one of these for a long time. While it is definitely not Jurassic, it is definitely one of my favorite pieces in my collection now. Even so much that I have, or so much so that I have decided I'm going to go out of my way to purchase all of the small figures that went with this line. If I can find the large Aladar that went with it, I will definitely be looking for that as well. But anyway, here I have the Carnotaurus from Disney's Dinosaur, the large, roughly 24 inches, a little over a foot long, going from head to tail. Very, very excited to finally pick this figure up. Just as a, there's a good, let me slide back a little here. There's a good example of how big it is compared to a pop can. Not sponsored, but hey, Coca-Cola, if you want to hit me up, there you go. Anyway, everything about this figure looks absolutely fantastic. Everything from the amount of detail, the horns, which I've always wondered what this thing would look like in person, but the horns, while this one has a little bit of fading on the tips, you can tell this was played with a little bit. They're quite of a, not too awful bendy, but a bendable rubber. This actually does still work, makes noise. Articulation wise, you're dealing with the arms, which go up just a little bit. They're actually somewhat connected on the same spool or same spot, because when this one goes up, this one goes down. Now, this is possibly my favorite design of Carnotaurus we have ever received in all of Hollywood. I know that I love my Carnotaur. You guys know that's my favorite carnivore of all time. However, this is the reason why that is my favorite carnivore of all time. While the Therizinosaurus is one of my favorite herbivores, you also know that the Parasaurolophus is one of my favorite dinosaurs of all time. So I've got now a perfect trifecta. Of course, this was toy. I remember seeing these guys at Target, or not Target, but Toys R Us, when I was just a wee little brooding gamer. So very glad to pick this up. I'm so in love with the design of this. The fact that, it's still got that perfect shininess to it. The only downside to this particular figure is I've noticed that he is very back heavy. So I have to kind of put his tail down like that and have him stand at an angle. Of course, I have noticed some people get stands for this guy where he can be propped up. So I need to need to pick up some NECA figure stands. Everything on there is still intact. There's no broken pieces off on this guy. He still has a perfect shininess to his scales and or his skin. The osteoderms look friggin' amazing. There's a bending mechanism in his tail, so I think he can bend the tail a little bit, but not by much. In fact, mine just keeps popping right back into place. Very squishy right here. Very reminiscent of the Lost World, the Lost World dinosaurs and the Jurassic Park dinosaurs. If you work your way up to the neck, and I want to thank, Collect Jurassic for his review on this, because I had no idea how to make this guy roar until I watched his review. And if you squeeze the neck here on this side, you can kind of see he wants to talk, and you get a talking Carnotaur. His eyes light up. The roar doesn't sound like the one from the movie, so that's a bit disappointing. I think the smaller figures actually have the roar, but of course, if you look underneath, you still get that iconic. I don't remember what this did. If anybody else knows, I cannot remember what the D did. I think you had like a card that had like a color or like a weird thing, and you would like hold it there, and it would like expose the D right there for you. I'm not exposed the D. That sounds weird, but yeah, absolutely phenomenal figure. Very much in love with this. I think I've stated that several times. It does, like I say, go about 23, 24 inches long. So it's not, this is definitely classified as a jumbo figure. Of course, let me go ahead and grab a dinosaur to put side by side with this so you guys can get a much better comparison. Alright, so here we have side by side the 93 classic Tyrannosaurus Rex and our Carnotaur. Mouth full of teeth with a bad attitude. Let's go. God, I love that movie so much. It's a shame that the ride is going to be shutting down here soon, but there you go, about side by side. They're roughly the same length. I'd say, honestly, there's not much different. You would think, oh, wow, that's such a large figure. He's obviously taller than the 93 Rex, but as lengthwise goes, he's roughly the same. But still, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to put this bad boy, because it's going to be rough trying to find a spot for this. Now, my Disney shelf, I honestly have debated on turning into like a Disney's dinosaur shelf. So getting rid of all that stuff, putting it either in storage or just moving it somewhere else into the house. I really need to put a spot for all my Disney collectibles, because I've got more popcorn buckets on the way and everything. It's going to be really difficult to hide these or to put everything up. But I really am debating on putting a Disney's dinosaur shelf up, just because this is one of my favorite movies of all time. Unfortunately, it's like a hidden gem these days. Like, a lot of people, or kids these days, and I'm not trying to sound like an old man, but, kids these days are going to look at that movie and go, what? Disney's Dinosaur? What are you talking about? And then you get them mixed up with the Disney's Dinosaur TV series with the big Jim Henson dinosaur costumes, which was weird. But this was definitely the OG and the much better one. Of course, now he's going to want to fall over again, but still a very good piece. Very happy to have him in the collection. Not really much else to say about it, though. I know I'm not giving the best review. I do apologize. It is currently midnight for me, so I'm kind of just like trying to bust these out for you guys as quick as possible, because I have quite a bit here to review. I've ordered quite a lot of merchandise, and I've got a lot of things on the way that I can't wait to share with you guys. But there we go. Disney's Carnotaurus. Perfect piece for any Disney fans or dinosaur fans alike. You cannot go wrong with this. I purchased this for $129, and that is honestly the cheapest I've seen it go for. These guys definitely go for much, much, much more. But anyway, let me know what you guys think below. If you guys would like me to review anything in particular, you are, of course, welcome to email me. My email is in my description. And, of course, I am always covering everything dinosaur, anything Jurassic, whether it be video games or movies. And you guys are always welcome to like the video and subscribe if you guys want to see more dinosaur content just like this. And until then, I will see you guys in the next video. This is Brooding Gamer. Where you at? Signing out.